Indian state-sponsored terrorism done through their intelligence agency RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, which has in fact become the biggest instrument of state-sponsored terrorism in the current time, where they were exposed by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and India and Canadian relations then took a dip. America, where a plot contrived by RAW was foiled by the American security, FBI, and intelligence. And an important consequence of that was that the station chief of RAW in Washington, D.C., in the capital, was declared persona non grata because he was linked directly with orchestrating this plot. That it was at his behest, at his direction, and RAW means that he's linked to the headquarters in Delhi with the National Security Advisor, Mr. Ajit Doval, who was previously himself a RAW operative and who reports directly to the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. The chain of command is very clear when it comes to this issue. I'd like to also mention that last year, 8 Indians were accused of spying for Israel and sentenced to death in Qatar. And they were sentenced to death, which means they were abusing their hospitality. So Qatar and India are supposed to have friendly trade ties. There are a lot of Indians there, expatriates and so forth. And the Qatar intelligence discovered this plot and they sentenced them to death. Coming to Pakistan, I think it's very important. You mentioned the Washington Post story on cross-border terrorism by India against Pakistan. But I'd like to mention another major Western newspaper, The Guardian. The Guardian in May 2024, before the Washington Post, also carried a similar story. That in the last 4 years, India has indulged in assassination through their paid agents, through their proxies, operating under RAW, Indian intelligence organization, at the behest of the government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.